Okay, number one search thing on Autel Evo is how to tear it apart. So I'm gonna do a series of videos on exactly how to do that. Here we have the Autel Evo that I bought, broken. And I'm gonna do a teardown or a breakdown because I have some bad news. While waiting on the batteries to charge, I decided to take a closer look at this arm, and it looks to me like this arm may need to be replaced because this whole mechanism is busted. I got the 3 screws out of there. So the way to take it out is this top part right here, it just pops off. And then you have the antenna. So here's that little ledge right here that's hidden under the surface. And the antenna is right here secured on it, so you have to pop it off. You have the antenna. But as you can see here, even the wire to the antenna is not in the best of shape. So it's, to be safe, it's actually better to replace the entire arm. So right now we're gonna do the breakdown of the Autel Evo, remove the gimbal completely, and remove the arm if we have time. So let's start. And honestly, I want to just remove the top cover too, because you can see that after the fall, it's really scuffed up. And if I can get the top cover, that'd be really good too. So let's begin by removing these 4 hex screws. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're gonna remove these 4. And my hex tool is not magnetized, so do you see the screws in there? The key is not to lose them. There goes 1, there goes 2, there goes 3. It's really difficult to get them out. And I have 1 stuck somewhere. I have 1 right here. So I gotta get that out too. Got all of them out. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to remove here. That's the next step. That's done. I'm gonna take them out. 1, 2, set them aside. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, you may think you're done, but there's one more hidden screw that most people don't know about. And let me show you where that is. You see this Autel label right here, Autel badge? There is 1 screw right below this badge. So this thing is actually, I removed it previously, it's glued on here. And once you remove it, you will need a razor blade. Something very sharp to get in there. That fell off. You see, it's not really tied down, well, screwed down. It's really, really good glue. So it's really glued well down there. So now you remove this hex screw. And this one is different from the others. It's even different color. Place it with the rest. And now you can begin removing. And I know it's very difficult because I've done it before. Actually, it might not even go because I may have to, well, I don't have to remove these bottom ones. So let me try to pop this off right now. Okay, so just grab right here and pop it up, and it easily removes. So there you go. Access to the brains of Autel Evo. Now I'm gonna have to sit back and figure out how to remove this arm. So give me a few moments. Currently, the plan is, first we're gonna take care of the gimbal part. So as you can see, we're gonna start from the top and work our way down. So right now I'm gonna remove 1, 2, 3, and hopefully this will come off. This is, as far as I can tell, that's a GPS module. And then we'll go from there. But this is step 1. So that was easy, just 4 tiny screws. I unscrewed them, they're still in the housing. And as you can see right here, that's where it's connected to the motherboard. I just flipped it backwards, I'm not gonna touch it. And then on to the next step. I'm gonna try to remove this thing right here and figure out what's next. This metal thing was here in place just by this one little screw that was right here. I flip it back and I now have access to the gimbal. And as I can see right here, this part ripped off right here. So I'm gonna remove it and see what can be done next. But more than likely we'll have to unscrew these two to remove the gimbal mechanism and go from there. Yep, very easily popped up. You can see what it looks like. That's the bare naked parts. So now I'm just going to remove this top part of the gimbal and see how the gimbal itself is mounted. This is actually part of the motherboard because I see the access to the front sensors here as well. So I guess I'll figure out the next step after that. Okay, what happened next is I removed these 4 screws that were here. This is the cooling fan and sort of nudged it out of the way. And now, because I have such poor lighting, I have access. I removed this connector here. I'm gonna remove this connector there that goes to the motherboard and probably disconnect the sensors here before removing these 2 screws and removing the gimbal mechanism. Okay, all of the sensors are disconnected. Well, all of the connectors. This one, front sensors, and this one. So now wish me luck. Hopefully I'm not gonna break anything after removing those 2 screws. Okay, this piece is out of the way. It's out completely, which I can only assume is the top part of the gimbal. Put it aside, and it revealed, as you can see, 2 more screws underneath. So I'm gonna remove these right now and hopefully the gimbal mechanism will pop out. Okay, so the screws are out, but the only thing that popped off was this thing from the bottom. So I don't think we had to really remove these screws. I think the gimbal is removed like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna attempt that right now because this gimbal is set right here by these 4 rubber plastic thingies that can't really be removed. They're part of the mechanism, but we did have to remove this top part right here. That's essential. So let me remove the sensors next and try to remove this whole part right here. Hopefully it will come out. Okay, I didn't see it before, but right here, hiding in the front, is 1 more hex that's holding in the sensors. So I'm gonna definitely take out that right now. And it's done, but let me show you this real quick. You see the sensors can't just be slid up because they go into this part like so. So sensors are good, we're gonna set that aside, but here's what we will need to replace. And in order to replace that, we need to find a gimbal for Autel Evo. So this is garbage, this stays, this is garbage, but I'm gonna keep these 2 extra hex screws out of this structure right here, just in case. And right now, I'm gonna try to take out this defective arm and see how difficult that is. I'm pretty sure there will be some soldering involved, and I'm pretty sure I have to take this fan out of the way, because you see the wires from the arm, they go down, 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 and on the, actually no, I don't need to take it out of the way. Oh yeah, I will. I have to take this out of the way, disconnect it, and I'm debating whether to do it in this video or the next. Probably leave it for the next, because I'm out of daylight, as you can see. I do have a beautiful sunset going on, but it's better to do these things during daylight. So thank you guys for watching, and if you'd like to see more videos on drones and on taking them apart and breaking them down, make sure to subscribe to the channel.